What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with my son.
Hi.
Getting ready to do a little gun talk with you guys. So, hey, you're getting into guns, right? You bought your first gun and everything else, and you're wondering, what do I do now? Well, make sure you go out and train with your gun because that's very important so that you know how it actually functions and works. But here's the other thing that you're also going to want to do when it comes to getting into guns, okay? So, keep this in mind. It may be made of metal, and it may be pretty robust, but the thing is, guns wear out. Okay, so one of the things you're going to want to do, now we're going to safety check this. No mag in there. Completely empty. Okay, so what you're going to want to do when it comes to you having a gun is you're going to want spare parts. And spare parts are pretty relatively cheap depending on what you're looking for, and especially if you're like going for a super name brand or super expensive. But it's always good to keep in mind that after you use a gun so much and you put so many rounds through it that you're going to have to start thinking about maybe possibly replacing certain sections to it, such as, the bolt carrier group, there's a little baby in there, firing pins, they do wear out after a while, charging handles, I like this baby right here, the ambidextrous kind, I love that, barrels, all sorts of things that you're going to want to make sure that you have multiples of, because the gun will wear out, the gun will break down, maybe rust, depending on how you take care of it. Now, when it comes to cleaning your guns, you don't have to clean it every day. You don't have to clean it all the time. You can sit there and put several hundred rounds through a gun and you don't actually have to clean it. Now, when it comes to gun maintenance, make sure, now, of course, I'll do another video on this, but make sure that you keep one eye on your gun. Keep looking at it, keep checking to make sure there's no rust and all that. But always remember that you're going to want new triggers, new pistol grips, new braces or stocks or whatever else, depending on your gun. This is a pistol caliber carbine. So, maybe iron sights, backup, LPVOs, backup, red dots, backup lasers, backup flashlights. You're going to want to have some stuff that will be backups for your backups. Now, you don't have to go out and buy a whole lot of stuff. It will take a while until your gun does wear down, so it's not too drastic of a thing. But when it comes to maintenance of your gun, you're going to want to make sure that you have plenty of stuff when it comes to replacing anything. And the number ones that you're more likely to have to keep an eye on is your firing pin, your barrel, and I mean the actual inside barrel, not like the outside casing and all that, but even then, having spares of these will come in handy if you drop it and it just happens to break. I mean, there's a lot of people who do stress tests and all that other kind of stuff. Check that out. Demo Ranch does. Iraq Veteran 8888 does. So keep an eye out and check those guys out. But you're always going to want to make sure that you have spares of certain things, especially bolt carrier groups, because they don't break super easy, but when they do, it's very bad, and you're definitely want to replace that and fix that out, especially if you only have one gun. If you only have one gun, it's drastic for you to actually have spare parts for that gun so that you don't have to worry about, oh no, I need this right now. I need to be able to protect myself, right? When it comes to, something bad happening out there, maybe we get invaded, maybe there's some kind of crazy person going around your neighborhood, whatever be the case, you're going to want to make sure that you have spare triggers, bolt carrier groups, stocks, braces, iron sights. Iron sights are always, in my opinion, a must for a gun, because if your red dot runs out of batteries, which is another thing you definitely want to have is batteries, unless you have a rechargeable one, which is always good. I mean, I have a rechargeable one and I love that thing. But always, always, always keep an eye on all your stuff, okay? Make sure you're checking your gun for rust and all that. And other than that, I mean, it's not too bad. And literally, guns, you can put thousands and thousands of rounds through and you might not have to replace anything. You will have to clean it, but other than that, I mean, it's not too bad. So always keep that in mind to make sure that you have spare charging handles, because these can and will break. Spare bolt carrier groups with, the firing pins, and barrels. Those are the three that you'll have to have quite a bit of just in case. And I mean, not a lot. 1, 2, you'll be good. But that's very important. And make sure that when you're doing it, it's actually for that gun. And you can go to plenty of places to do so. But that's basically about it when it comes to spare parts for your guns. And at the same time, you might just be like, maybe I want a longer barrel. That also helps quite a bit. So keep that in mind, guys. Hopefully that's helpful for anyone who's new to guns or is getting into guns and you're curious, should I get spare parts? Will I need spare parts? Yes, you should. Not exactly needed immediately, but it's always good to have spare parts. Okay? So hopefully everyone enjoyed the video. I hope everyone has a great day, great night, great evening, all that great stuff. You know exactly what I mean. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff, and have a great one. Later.